What's up, boss, and welcome back to the Luxe Boss Channel. I hope that you guys are doing good, and thanks so much for clicking on today's video. As you can see from the title of today's video, I'm just going to be sort of documenting the process of me creating my very first money or budgeting binder. I've seen these things all over Instagram, TikTok, oh my goodness, y'all, Facebook, Etsy. These are like apparently really popular, and I did not know that, and I'm so happy that I discovered them because I think it's going to be so helpful for me personally, just within my life. I highly suggest it already. It's only been like 2 days since I've had this thing, and I highly suggest it. So I did get my binder off of Amazon, and it was extremely affordable. I don't know where I was going with that. It was very affordable. It wasn't that expensive. It came with about 12 to 13 of these zipper clear envelopes, and it of course came with the binder. They do have some that are a little bit more extensive. You can actually get like actual budget sheets and things like that with it, but I just created my own budget sheets. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know. And I also found a free template for like a monthly overall budget, so you can definitely do that and then just create your own little budget sheet to go inside of the binder, which is what I did. And if you guys want to see that, how I created the sheet and put the sheet and stuff together, then just let me know and I'll do a separate video. But basically I just started out by going into Canva and typing up all of my categories for each individual envelope or individual folder or zipper bag. I'm not really 100% sure what they're called. You could of course do this multiple ways. Hopefully this is just like, you know, the catalyst of the different ways that you could do this. At one point I did actually do something similar to this. I was just using envelopes, but I decided to go ahead and invest in this binder. I feel like I need to start practicing being a little bit more structured with my budgeting. Right now I do have a system as to how I budget, but I mean, I'm gonna be running a household soon, so I need something a little bit more, you know, concrete. And so basically for me, what I'm doing is pretty much once I follow through with just like my monthly standard budget of like my bills and all those things, the remaining money or income that I have from the different, you know, sources of income that I have, the remaining money will get divided up and divvied up into these envelopes. And I think that's just so smart and so perfect, because if not, money just starts to go a little bit everywhere. And if you have allocated money that's supposed to go directly to something, you know, that doesn't bother me. I'm trying this new method where I just pull the cash out of the bank and put it directly where it needs to go. And, you know, if I need to use it and need to put it back on my card, whatever, I'll do that. But I feel like this is just going to help me save better. I'm the type of person, if it's on my card, I'll spend it. If it's cash, and especially if it's like a bigger bill, I'm a little bit more reluctant to spend it. I hate to break big bills. I think a lot of people are like that. But yeah. So I just went ahead on Canva, typed up everything. I'm going to give you guys a really quick rundown of the different categories that I have. Now, these are just my current categories, and this is removable vinyl. I think I use removable vinyl. If I didn't, these little zipper bags are very inexpensive, y'all. You can get them on Amazon. So when the time comes for me to change out the bags, I can just order some more. But for right now, for the next 6 months, I thought really diligently about the different bags or the different categories that I needed to create bags for. I have quite a few, but I feel like the more categories, the better, because I'm able to really understand and know exactly where money should be allocated to. So for me, one of the first categories that I had a sinking fund, which is pretty much like emergency type of things. And really, I am saving my sinking fund for wedding emergencies. This money is really being saved for anything that is going to pop up regarding the wedding come November. So that's what I'm really holding on to my sinking fund for. But I mean, it's just for any type of emergency so that you don't have to pull from other allocated funds. I also have my wedding/wedding dress category. I have a self-care and maintenance, clothing and shoes, food, groceries / Baxter. I have date night. I have the holidays, because I feel like the holidays are coming up, and with us planning our wedding, I don't want to necessarily just completely forget the holidays altogether. Like, our wedding is just so happens to be like right before all of the holidays, so I feel like we need to save for that just a little bit so that we can at least have, you know, some money put away for that. And then we have our honeymoon / our winter vacation that's coming up, that we're going on for our birthdays. I have a wish fund. I also have a fun money. I don't know, I saw the cute category on Etsy. on someone else's like thing, and I was like, why not? Let's just do a fun money. So I guess it's gonna be considered like my summer money, summer events, you know, if I'm going out with the girls, whatever. And then I also have an envelope for tithing, which I should not have made the envelope for tithing because I put tithing within my bills, so that money kind of comes out automatically, you know, during the course of the month. So I really didn't need that for tithing, but especially if we have like different things at our church, like scholarship fund, we have different, you know, special events that the church hosts. So maybe if I have an event that I want to go to, or a scholarship, one of the scholarship funds that I want to donate to, I can put that money there. So I'm just going to leave it. So after I went ahead and did those categories on Canva, I just really like this font. I mean, I could have easily went in Cricut and just typed them, but I was being extra. So then I went ahead and just laid out all of my vinyl onto a mat. I should have been using a standard grip mat instead of this light grip, but if you guys are doing this, use one of the stickier gripping mats. Don't use this one because my vinyl was kind of coming up, and you definitely need something a little bit stronger just to hold it down. So I pretty much am just measuring out the size of the vinyl. I ended up having to redo this because I measured incorrectly. I was on the phone with Katrina and I was not paying attention at all, y'all. So I kind of messed up 2 sets of the vinyl. I was so upset with myself, but it's okay. It's just vinyl. I mean, it's expensive vinyl, but it's vinyl. It's not like it was the end of the world. So I went ahead and redid that and put the vinyl onto the mat, and then I'm just going to cut out the size that I need. I was going back and forth between this cream and gold, and I was like, after that I was just like, forget it, let me just use both of them. So yeah, I have so much vinyl that I need to use. Y'all, it's ridiculous. So this was the perfect time for me to use up some of it and really utilize it. I also want to make a disclaimer and say that I have not used my Cricut in this way, like crafting, in a very long time. It's been months. So please disregard any like Cricut Pro mistakes that I make. You know, I'm not a pro at all. So if you are a pro at using the Cricut or any type of like the silhouette or any type of thing like that, y'all, I'm not a pro. I don't claim to be a pro. I just got this thing really, and even since having it, I have not practiced on it that much. So it's been a while. But there are definitely some mistakes I made, like using way too much vinyl, which you'll see later on, and also rushing through my pilling process. Some of my letters actually went missing, but like I said, I was on the phone. I was trying to get a lot of stuff done this morning, and this was one of them, and I was just kind of in the zone. I completely zoned out. I was thinking about a whole bunch of other stuff, so whatever. That's what happened. I'm just folding my vinyl back up, popping them back into the boxes. Definitely save your vinyl boxes because it helps so that your vinyl doesn't get damaged or scratched. I have some vinyl right now that I have in a box that I cannot use. Well, I could use it, but it just has a ton of scratches on it from things that have just been thrown around inside of a box. So I definitely recommend saving your boxes. I'm pretty sure there is some type of storage for vinyl, but I haven't come across it myself yet. So that's that. I will make sure to link the binder in the description box down below if you guys are interested, along with like some extra folders. Maybe you have a binder this size and you just need the inserts. This binder came with about 13 to 14 inserts, and I think altogether I used 12 of them. It also came with some card inserts. So if I wanted to actually just utilize this as my wallet, I mean, it's a pretty big wallet to carry around, but I think that is something that I'm gonna consider doing, is kind of using this somewhat as a wallet. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention was, y'all, I was in Dollar Tree. Now, I saw this on TikTok some weeks ago, and Dollar Tree is coming out with like some crafting dupes for Cricut supplies. And I saw this transfer tape on TikTok, and I was like, I can guarantee you my Dollar Tree does not have that tape. But then I remembered that I should have gone to like the good Dollar Tree. Y'all know you have a good Dollar Tree in your neighborhood, and then you have a Dollar Tree that's kind of questionable. But I went to the good Dollar Tree, and of course they had the tape, y'all. They had boxes and boxes of it on like in the aisle. So I grabbed 4, and for the price that you pay, you get a really nice size roll. It's not like, just a little square. It's actually a pretty decent roll of vinyl. Side note, you can see there that this light grip mat, you can see like what I was talking about, how the vinyl is kind of coming up on the edges. But yeah, the rolls were really nice. I used the transfer tape from Dollar Tree. I will say that it was not as sticky, or the adhesive was not as sticky as I would have liked, but it wasn't terrible. You see me here, I'm transferring to a standard grip. This is actually for my Cricut Joy that I'm using the standard grip map for, but it still works. Now this is the part where I was saying I used way too much vinyl. I could have cut these and like saved the little pieces and all that stuff, but I just at this point was ready to get this thing over with. I had already, messed up a few times, so I was a little frustrated, I can't lie. So I'm just up here ripping off the vinyl. Another side note, don't just lay your permanent vinyl on a table like that. Pieces of it will stick and it's hard to get off. It's permanent, so once it sets, it is hard to get off. But this is me just removing the vinyl. I was trying to prep to do every other envelope a different color, so like some of them would be this cream and then some of them would be the gold. All of my tools I got from if I'm not mistaken, I got them off QVC. That's how I got my Cricut. I've had my Cricut for about a year now, which is really interesting. I need to start using it more. But yeah, those, as you can see, are some of the categories there, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut those into strips just to make it a little bit easier for me to get them onto the onto each envelope. And that's pretty much it. And then I'm going to come back and cut the next set of categories, and then you're going to just see me going ahead and placing them onto each envelope. Okay, so after that, I finished up each envelope and I went ahead and put not folders, but envelopes in. I will say that I didn't realize that I was putting them in backwards. I should have been flipping them in the other direction, but you'll see what I'm talking about. I eventually went back and fixed them. I'm not going to do any videos necessarily on stuffing my envelopes. If you guys want to see it, I guess I could, to show you like a easy budget breakdown of what I'm doing, but I feel like I need to get the hang of it first, and I don't know. But there are plenty of videos that you can watch here on YouTube about actually stuffing the envelopes and how to break down your budget. But hopefully this was helpful and interesting and encourages you to save. We are trying to save and get on the journey to financial freedom. So thanks you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.